All right, welcome back. Today, we're digging into something that at first glance might look familiar, but it's hiding a pretty incredible secret. We're talking culture, empires, identity, all packed into the shape of letters.
Okay, so let's jump right in. What you're looking at here is the exact same sentence. It's from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. All human beings are born free and equal. And it's written in Serbo-Croatian. But as you can see, it's in three totally different scripts. So, the first two, you've probably seen them if you know anything about the Balkans. You've got the Latin alphabet and the Cyrillic alphabet. Pretty standard. But what about that third one? I mean, it looks like Arabic, right? It has that same beautiful flow, but it's actually writing a Slavic language. So, what in the world is going on here?
Well, that, my friends, is Arebica. And its story is this incredible blend of cultures and languages born right at the crossroads of empires. So yeah, it's called Arebica, and it was mostly used by Bosnian Muslims. It was their way of writing their own Slavic language, but using the script of the Ottoman Empire, the Perso-Arabic script, which, was a huge influence in that part of the world for hundreds of years.
And this thing has a long history. We're talking way back to the 16th century. It was used for everything: literature, government paperwork, you name it. Actually, the oldest text we found is from 1588. It got a major update in the early 1900s, but then, after World War II, it just kind of faded away.
Okay, so how do you even do that? How do you take a script built for one type of language, a Semitic one, like Arabic, and make it work for a completely different one, a Slavic language? It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. It took some serious brain power.
You see, they couldn't just copy and paste the letters. Slavic languages have all these sounds that just don't exist in Arabic or Persian. So what did they do? They got creative. They basically hacked the existing letters, modifying them to create new ones, like for the ts sound or that soft l sound. It was a brilliant bit of linguistic engineering.
But here's where it gets really cool. And this is a huge deal. You know how scripts like Arabic and Hebrew often don't write out all the vowels? Well, the people who refined Arabica decided, nope, we need letters for all the vowels. And that single change transformed it. It wasn't just an adaptation anymore. It became a true alphabet, where every single sound, vowel or consonant, got its own letter. And this whole story really kicks into high gear when we meet the man who pushed for its final modern version. His reasons for doing it? Well, they were about way more than just writing. This is Mehmed Jamaluddin Chaushevich, an absolute powerhouse, a theologian, a reformer. After studying all over the Ottoman Empire, he came back to Bosnia with a big plan. And a key part of that plan was to standardize Arebica. See, for him, this wasn't just some dusty academic project. Think about the time period. The Ottoman Empire is fading, the Austro-Hungarian Empire is moving in. For the Bosnian Muslim community, this was a moment of crisis. So standardizing Arebica, that was a powerful move. It was a way to modernize, to stand up and say, we have our own unique identity. And it's not Ottoman, and it's not Austro-Hungarian. It's ours.
And this just shows you how high the stakes were. It got political. The community actually went to the Austro-Hungarian government and asked them to make Arebica an official script right alongside Latin and Cyrillic. And the government said, no. It's a pretty stark reminder that a writing system isn't just about letters. It's about power. So, after World War II, Arebica pretty much vanished. The Latin script took over, and for decades, it seemed like it was just going to be a footnote in the history books. But the story wasn't over. Yeah, the last major book comes out in 1941, and then nothing for more than 60 years. But then, in the 2000s, something starts to happen. A small group of people decides to bring it back. It starts with a comic book, of all things, in 2005, then a proper academic book. And most importantly, people started figuring out how to make it work in the digital world. Because let's be real, for any script to survive today, you have to be able to text with it, to type with it. It has to live on our screens. And that's where modern typography comes in. The key was designing fonts that were clean, easy to use, and beautiful to look at on a computer. And one of the coolest examples of this is a project called Identitet, which just means identity. And what they did was incredible. They created this whole system of fonts for 6 different historical scripts from the Balkans, including Arebica, and they designed them all to look good together, to be in harmony, even next to modern Latin and Cyrillic. And if you look at their work, it's just gorgeous. You can see how they took these old historical letter forms and gave them a sleek, modern update. And that's the whole point, right? to make sure Arebica isn't just something you see behind glass in a museum. It's making it a living, breathing part of a culture that a whole new generation can actually use. So, when you step back and look at all this, you have to ask, why? Why put all this work into a script that, let's be honest, not many people can read anymore? What's the big deal? Why does it matter?
Well, I think this quote from the identity designers nails it. They call it a very interesting combination. And that's exactly what it is. Arebica is literally a cultural crossroads made into a script. It's the bridge between Slavic and Ottoman worlds, between Europe and the East, all in one set of letters. So, in the end, Arabica isn't just about letters. Not at all. It's proof of centuries of cultural mixing. It's a powerful symbol of a very specific identity, one that was created in the space between giant empires. And now, it's a piece of history that's being brought back to life. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. If a script really is a form of identity, what do we lose when a script is forgotten? And maybe the even bigger question is, what does it mean for today and for tomorrow when a new generation decides, no, we're not letting this go, we're bringing it back?